Welcome back to Stories from the Road, a series where I talk about some of the experiences I had while riding my bicycle from Detroit, Michigan to San Francisco. If you haven't seen the previous parts of this series, it's okay. You don't necessarily have needed to see them to understand what I'm going to show you today. If you have come here from the previous parts, I greatly appreciate your continued support. So, without further ado, so I just finished my coffee and I decided I'm going to leave town today. I've gotten the Flagstaff experience and there's really nothing more for me to do here today. So I'm going to continue west. It was a great time here. Stayed 7 nights. But there's nothing here for me. And staying here another night, another day, just milling around, it ain't gonna do me any good. So, west I go. So, I'm about 25 miles outside of Flagstaff at this point. Back out in the country, in the forest here. And I'll tell you what, man, I am glad to be back on the road. Flagstaff was great, but you stay too long, or I stay too long, I felt like I started to lose my and I'm on a mission, and my mission is to move. So that's that. First day back on the road. So I just got into Williams not too long ago here, and it was a fine ride and all, but as soon as I got here, I got a flat tire, the first flat tire with the tires, with those puncture resistant tires. I heard something scraping on my fender as the wheel was going around, and when I looked, when I got to Williams and I stopped for the first time, I felt my tire all mushy, and so I looked and I saw a piece of metal that was stuck in there, and no doubt about it, that's what caused the flat, and I pulled it out and started to take the tire off. I had to dig through all my shit and lay it out. I'm just watching to see if it's gonna rain. It's another part of the story. So I had to take all my shit out of my bag to get to my tools, to the pump and the tube. And so I had it laid out, and I'm fixing up my flat, changing my tube, and then all of a sudden, of course, it hasn't rained. I haven't seen rain, like a shower, in I don't know how long. It's been a long fucking time. But of course, my tire's off my bike. All my bags are on the ground, and everything is sprawled out all over the sidewalk. And it starts to rain. Just my luck, right? So I got it fixed. I got everything packed up, and I went under a gas station. But right now, I just found this little dugout. There's a little park here, and it's kind of dirty. But if I had to, I could sleep on this bench probably. I don't know. It's a thought, it's a possibility. So there's that. For now, I'm headed downtown to just see what this little town Williams is all about here. Yeah, that's it. Moving on. Moving out. Looks like I'm not the first traveler who's found this dugout. I just found these signs here. This is a really nice one. Have a blessed day. Traveling. Blessing. A very nicely made sign. And then here's this one. Hungry. I sold my soul. Interesting. Tell you what, if I would have fooled around in Flagstaff any longer, I would have been stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle of nowhere, but out on the road in this shit. But instead, I'm safely here under this awning here. Just enjoying it, honestly. Well, this abandoned motel here in downtown Williams might just be where I choose to sleep tonight. It says security cameras in use, but I think that's an old sign from when this was in operation. But all these little porches look nice, and I could just maybe store my bike on this one and then go lay my shit down over there. And this might be a great place to sleep. Just scoping out spots to sleep around town here. This is the high school. It appears to be, well, it doesn't appear to be, it's under construction here. It's Saturday night, so I mean, if it wasn't, you know, the high school tonight, if it was a weekday, it would have been a church. But I'm thinking anywhere right up along this wall I can lay my mat, even all the way back to this corner if I had to, and or down there just as fine. Pretty much safe and hidden in this little area right here. So that's pretty cool. So the school spot worked out pretty good here in Williams. Today I'm headed to Ash Fork. Short day, small town, so we'll see what's up. So I just made it to Ash Fork, and it ain't even 10 a.m. And I honestly think I'm gonna stay in this tiny little one-horse town tonight because got this park here, and when it gets dark I could probably sleep under there. I could sleep in that blue tube. I could sleep over here behind these bushes. So yeah, I mean, they seem all like pretty good options to me. So I'm honestly just gonna be chilling around all day. So I'm just chilling in this Ash Fork town here, and it's a pretty cool town, to be honest with you. And I've just been scouting out places to sleep, and found a little Catholic church about 2 blocks. It's kind of away from the main strip, and it seems like a nice dark spot, like it could be. It's not necessarily covered, but I can get up on the side of the building and be in the shadows, and it could do me till sunrise for sure. And I also got this medical building where if I really needed to, they don't open until 9 o'clock. So I could possibly sleep behind this building. There's an abandoned gas station over there, but it looks like there's someone already squatted there. They got a tent, they got their truck parked there. So I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I'd rather steer clear of any of that type of thing. And you know, besides that, it's just a really small town, and it's kind of cool. I kind of like it, to be honest with you. It's small, but there seems to be a decent amount of people here for one reason or another, and there's just a lot, you know. The thing about a lot of these stealth spots is that you can't really say how good it is until it gets dark, because if some sort of light's hitting it from somewhere, and there's going to be a lot of people moving through the area for some reason, it's not going to be that great, even though it may appear to be great in the daytime. So I got a couple options to choose from right now. I'm just hanging out here on this bench. Go charge my phone up at that Family Dollar and maybe get a few snacks, and just relaxing today, man. Not pushing hard miles. Just relaxing. So what this is about, you know. Move to a new spot and then enjoy it. At least that's what it's about to me, you know. Enjoy the ride. Today was one of the easiest rides. I'm coming out of the mountains, and for really the first time since Santa Fe, like actually coming down. I don't think that I've really been below 5,000 feet since I got into like Santa Rosa. So I'm finally coming out of these mountains, and I literally had like a 6-mile long descent today, and it was awesome. And I deserve it because I did all that fucking climbing. So now it's my time to relax. So anyways, that's what's going on right now. It's pretty early in the day still, so I'll just be doing a lot of sitting around. And who gives a fuck, to be honest? I'm not racing. That night I actually ended up camping out with the dudes at the abandoned gas station, and it turned out to be a pretty cool spot, and I had a pretty good time just kicking back with these dudes. Mountains and rolling hills, grasslands, and nature. Beautiful, isn't it? So I left Seligman this morning and rode about 36 miles to Peach Springs, and I was chilling out and I was about to call it a day. Still really early in the day, but I'm on the Wallapai Indian Reservation. One of the natives over there asked me where I was going, and I told him, and he said I could make it to Kingman. It's another 45 miles, and that seems extreme, but he said that it's mostly downhill, all downhill to Kingman. And the map's checked out, and if he advised me that I could do it, then I'm at least going to try to go a little bit further today, because if it's downhill, whatever, dude, you know? If it's downhill, it's a piece of cake. So I'm headed out of Peach Springs right now. I'll see how this goes. Just ground scored me a new headlight. Check the batteries out, they aren't water damaged. And it works perfectly fine. I think this little nook at the church is going to be my home tonight. It's just like a little fenced in area where they got this grill and the trash. I think I'm going to wheel the trash out of here so I don't have to worry about animals, and I'll just wheel it back in the morning before anyone suspects a thing. So this little nook right here worked out fine. The only thing is this road is just particularly loud. It's like it creates an echo. I don't know, maybe it's because the traffic's not consistent. So every car that goes by is very noticeable. And then right behind it is a train track. But I was here for like 10 hours. I had to have slept at least 5 or 6 of them. So it worked out. I'm all packed up, gonna get some coffee, and then 17 miles into Kingman, where I'll probably be able to take a nap. So I just copped another ground score, and it's these sunglasses, and they're not mirror lenses like I typically like to stick to, but they're free. And I don't know what the fuck it is about these sunglasses, but I put them on and everything is HD. I don't know if it's the tint. I don't know what it is. They're Harley Davidson sunglasses. But when I put them on, detail and color is just, it's mind-blowing. I mean, holy fuck. It's crazy. Take them off, it's like black, and it's like the world's in black and white. Looking through these lenses, it's like the world's in color again. HD, free, off the side of the road, baby. So I'm gonna wear them for a bit. It's my second nice ground score in 24 hours. That headlamp, I was using it last night, works amazing. It's amazing, man, what you find on the side of the road. Bungee cords, I mean, if I'm not lazy and I pick up the bungee cords I see, there's a possibility I may never have to buy another bungee cord in my life. So, you know, always keep your eyes peeled, because there's plenty of goodies on the side of the road. So I guess I should give a little midday update here. I am just outside of Kingman, I would imagine. I'm at this church here just checking it out. Once I was a few miles outside of town, my tires started losing air. And so I was like, oh shit. I had to make it to that Walmart as quickly as I possibly could. And I mean, these are puncture resistant tires, but I was devoured by little cactus needles. There was just like, I pulled like 20 of them out, you know, so I guess no big deal really. Got a new tube, put it in, got a spare. The only reason it was a bigger deal than it usually would have been is because I didn't have a spare with me, and that's always stressful riding. But you know what? There hasn't been a place to buy inner tubes since Flagstaff, pretty much. And that was 130 miles, more than that, I don't know. It was over 100 miles with no place to buy tubes. I got a flat leaving Flagstaff in Williams, I fixed it. I got a flat entering Kingman, I fixed it. I'm good. So right now I'm just checking out the town. It feels good to be back into an area where there's more going on. I mean, it's rough going through desert, one-horse towns, and Indian reservation. I've spent the past 5 days out in that type of environment, you know. I couldn't even tell you, I mean, besides a Shell gas station, there's no chains. Nothing. Hardly anyone in any of these towns. And then in between is just vast desert, pretty much. But once I got into Valley Springs, I believe it was called, there's a new flora. You can't see it because it's too damn bright out there. But there's palm trees. I'm seeing some of the first palm trees on this journey. So beyond that, I'm gonna head into downtown Kingman. I'm going to pretty much just hang out. Maybe get something to eat, maybe get some coffee. These sunglasses are apparently girl sunglasses. I looked them up, but I honestly don't care. I think they look fine to me. They're Harley Davidson. They make everything look a lot fucking clearer because it cuts the light better than the sunglasses I've had. Maybe the sunglasses I have are just worn out from being in the sun for so long. I have no idea, but yeah, that's it, man. Changed my flat. Headed into Kingman, back in society. Feeling good. And with that being said, I will see you on the next edition of Stories from the Road.